How do we eliminate self-doubt? How do we get rid of self-doubt? Self-doubt is something that we all human beings experience, but the problem with human beings as you and I, who are ambitious, who know they have a higher potential to fulfill, is that in many times, many instances, self-doubt stops us from doing what we want to do and stops us from being the person that we want to be. So during this video, I want to show you the proper way of dealing with self-doubt. First things first, you don't eliminate self-doubt. And the problem that most people have is that they want to eliminate things like self-doubt, they want to eliminate fear, they want to eliminate certain emotions. And the problem with trying to eliminate how you feel is that trying to eliminate how you feel is a form of resistance to how you feel. And what you resist persists. So the simple idea of trying to eliminate how you feel will make you keep on feeling the exact same way because you're focusing on how you're feeling. So what you focus on expands. So stop trying to eliminate how you feel. I always give the same example between a coward and a brave man. A coward and a brave man both feel fear, both have fear. But what's the difference between a brave man and a coward? The brave man acts regardless of how he feels. The brave man acts regardless of the fear he might be feeling, while the coward doesn't act due to the fear. And again, as I mentioned, most people, what they try to do is try to eliminate how they feel, making those feelings grow and keep on coming to haunt them. But if you want to truly operate at those next levels of performance and potential that you know that you have inside of you, listen carefully to what we're going to discuss during the video. I've worked with hundreds of high-level people, from high-level entrepreneurs, businessmen, high executives, to professional athletes, to high-level athletes, and every single person has self-doubt. So this idea in the personal development space that you shouldn't have self-doubt is simply a limiting idea that we are placing as weight in the shoulders of people, because it's impossible not to have self-doubt, especially if you're an ambitious individual that's trying to reach those next levels of performance and success and results that you're looking for. You can't eliminate self-doubt. If you're looking to grow and you're getting outside of your comfort zone, it's inevitable not to feel self-doubt. The difference between those that are not stopped by the self-doubt and those that are stopped by the self-doubt is the relationship that both people have formed with self-doubt. For example, the brave man also has fear, but his relationship with fear is completely different to the relationship with fear that a coward has. So you might be asking, Miguel, then why do you title the video, How Do I Eliminate Self-Doubt? Because that's what most of you are trying to do, and that's why you are still stuck in the same place due to the same doubts that keep on haunting you, that have been haunting you for the past months, years, maybe decades in some instances. So the first thing is to change the relationship you have with self-doubt. Stop trying to eliminate self-doubt. Start accepting that having doubt is a normal part of the process of growing and evolving and unleashing your whole potential. Having fear is the exact same thing. Stop trying to eliminate how you feel. That's a form of resistance. I can't say this enough. Stop trying to eliminate how you feel, because if you try to do that, we know what happens. You will keep on feeling the exact same emotions, and those exact same emotions will keep on controlling you. So I've written down several things down from the experience that I've had working with hundreds of people. Again, the knowledge that I'm sharing with you guys, this isn't theory that I read on a book. This is real field knowledge. The knowledge, the information that I'm going to give you, it's real information applied with high-level people and also average people that wanted to be high level. I've worked with all types of people. So listen carefully. And not only listen carefully, but also apply what I'm teaching you here, because this will transform your life completely. You're going through life trying to eliminate how you feel, judging how you feel, judging yourself for having doubts, judging yourself for having fear. We all have fear. We all have doubts. You're not special for having doubts and fear. But the difference is the relationship, again, as I mentioned previously, the difference is the relationship that you have with that self-doubt. Instead of trying to eliminate self-doubt, focus on making it tired. And how do we make self-doubt tired? By having a history of proof that in spite of doubts, you act anyways. So you must build evidence and you must build proof that shows you that you face doubts and you face fear and you conquer it. And then you face it again and you conquer it. And then you face it again and you conquer it. Don't be stopped by the fear. Don't be stopped by self-doubt. If you're stopped by fear, if you're stopped by self-doubt, then you'll be the exact same person in the exact same position in life. You won't make any progress. You won't transform yourself. So start building a solid stack of proof that you've been able to go over those doubts, that you've acted anyways in spite of those doubts, regardless of the fear that you might feel or regardless of the doubts that you might feel. The problem with most people is when they feel fear or when they have self-doubt, they stop, they quit, they don't do what they say they're gonna do. And that's when that self-doubt grows. Because self-doubt goes like, I don't want this guy to go outside his comfort zone because that means a possible threat to us, to our survival, right? But if self-doubt sees that you stop when you have those doubts or those fears, then self-doubt will be like, fucking wonderful then. I'm gonna send this guy a lot more doubts and self-doubts and fears because I know that he or she will stop in the face of self-doubt. So you need to build this massive long list of constantly facing your fears, of constantly facing self-doubt and beating it, facing self-doubt and beating it again and again. This is the first step to reduce that self-doubt or that control that self-doubt has on you or that grip that self-doubt has on you. It's basically facing it. And here comes a very important thing that I've worked with every client of mine, which is your identity. The way you think about yourself. What's the difference again between the coward and the brave man? Obviously the brave man acts regardless of fear. The coward doesn't act because of fear. But it's not only that, because everything stems from the way we think. So the brave man actually has the identity or the self-image of a brave man. If you see yourself as a brave man, fear won't stop you. If you see yourself as a coward, then fear will stop you. It's the same with self-doubt. If you see yourself as a decisive human being with conviction, self-doubt won't stop you. If you see yourself as a man of your word, a man that, or a woman also, obviously, I've also worked with many women. If you see yourself as a person that keeps promises to himself, then self-doubt won't stop you. And if you know that the only way to get rid of self-doubt is by actually going through self-doubt and accepting that you will never get rid of self-doubt, even the best high performers of all time have doubt, but they act anyways. They act anyways because they see themselves as that kind of person that acts anyways. They don't see themselves as a coward. The problem with most people is that their self-image or their identities operate at an unconscious level. They don't even know that they actually see themselves as cowards. So start acting regardless of how you feel. Start building that bulletproof list of proof and evidence that you can act and that you act regardless of how you feel. You face the fear, you face the self-doubt, and you do it anyways. Also, another point we discussed is your identity. What do you think of yourself? What's your self-image? Who do you think you are? If you don't know who you are, then it's obvious that everything you feel will affect you. If you have fear, you won't act. If you have self-doubt, you won't act. You will keep on going through videos and more and more fucking information, more books, more seminars, more interviews as an excuse not to pull the fucking trigger. Just do it. Or just fucking do it. This is the best slogan ever. Just do it. But most people don't do it because of the way they feel. Because most people have been conditioned to operate and live their life through the lenses of how they feel. That's why most people are stuck in the same place and don't make any progress and don't transform themselves and don't become the type of person that they want to become. So choose your identity. Choose who do you want to show up as intentionally. Most people, again, lack intention. They don't show up as the person they want to show up as. They show up as the conditioned self, conditioned by the way they feel. That's a very limited and limiting way of living your life. You will never be all you can be. You will never make the progress that you're destined to make if you're controlled by the way you feel. And another very important point that I want to mention during this video is that self-doubt hates discipline. Self-doubt hates commitment. Self-doubt hates rituals, routines, and habits that you stick to. If your word is sacred and you truly believe that what you say you're gonna do it, and you keep promises to yourself, then self-doubt has no other way of existing rather than decreasing its intensity. Remember, we don't try to eliminate self-doubt, you make it tired. When self-doubt sees that it doesn't have any more a grip over you because you're gonna do what you said you were gonna do. You have your routines, your systems, your habits in place. You're a disciplined human being. You are committed to what you say you're gonna do. You are committed to your goals. You are committed to your own personal transformation of the man or woman you are becoming. If you're committed and you're disciplined, there's no space for the self-doubt to control you. Because even if you have self-doubt, even if you feel resistance, even if you feel fear, you know that you're gonna act anyways. So self-doubt stops appearing so intensely. But if you do the complete opposite, if you operate like a random flying human being, that's a very bad expression actually, that doesn't represent what I'm trying to say. But if you do the complete opposite of being disciplined, of being committed, then it's obvious that self-doubt is going to control your fucking whole existence. And the difference between the top level high performers and regular people is that high performers operate through identity, discipline, and commitment. They also have doubts, they also have fear, they also feel resistance. But because of their identity, their high level of discipline, and their high level commitment, they make that self-doubt tired. They don't allow self-doubt to control them. They control the fucking self-doubt. And also, don't be fucking obsessed with the self-doubt that you might have. Most people are so obsessed with the way they feel that that's the only thing they're focusing on, the only thing they see in their whole life. How do I feel today? Oh, I don't feel good. I feel unmotivated. I feel sad. Why do I feel this way? I shouldn't feel this way. You're fucking obsessed with the way you feel. Therefore, you're mediocre and average simply by being obsessed with the way you feel. High performers are not obsessed with the way they feel. They're obsessed with the vision they have for their lives and for themselves. And they're obsessed about winning the day, winning today. What did you do yesterday? Did you go to bed feeling proud about yourself? Or did you go to bed feeling guilty because you know that self-doubt controlled your actions, controlled your behaviors, controlled the person that you were yesterday? And what about today? Are you going to be the type of individual that succumbs to self-doubt and lets your own emotions control your whole fucking existence? Or are you the type of individual that acts regardless of how he feels because he's committed, disciplined, and has a strong identity of a man or woman that keeps his word to himself? This is like one of the worst things ever. Like, I don't know who made you fucking believe that you shouldn't have self-doubt. And I see a lot of people going through life trying to extinguish and eliminate self-doubt. Like, what the fuck? That's the problem. You're trying to eliminate something that's going to be there if you want to make progress and you are a highly ambitious individual. Self-doubt, it's always going to be there. But your way of thinking is conditioned by that self-doubt instead of being conditioned by how you want to think. Think through your identity. Think through the lenses of the identity you chose to be, not through your emotions. Choose the way you think. Be a disciplined individual. Accumulate a lot of fucking proof that you are the type of person that acts in spite or regardless of how you feel. And you start experiencing something phenomenal. The self-doubt, even though it might still be there, it won't be as intense as before. And now you'll be able to act and make progress and transform yourself, because now your emotions don't control you. You are the one in charge. You're the captain of your own ship. You're your own captain. You choose what happens inside. Most of the time we have limiting thoughts that might pop up. We can't control the limiting thought that pops up. Oh, I don't know, I'm an imposter. I don't know if I'm good on doing this. I don't know if I'm going to be successful doing that. Oh my God, people are going to make fun of me. That might be the conditioned thought that you've been conditioned to thinking, that automatic thought that appears. But then how do you respond? Do you let yourself go, oh yeah, and get hooked to that thought? Yeah, I guess I'm a fucking imposter. How do I get rid of imposter syndrome? By completely changing the way you think and by showing yourself through your actions that you don't believe those thoughts. Because limiting thoughts or automatic thoughts that might appear are not fucking rules. They're not rules, they're not commands. They're just notifications that come biologically and that come from your past. But if you live your life listening to everything that comes inside of you, that pops up, limiting thoughts, automatic thoughts, uncomfortable emotions, if you live your life listening to all of this as if all of this were commands and rules for you to follow, then you're fucked and you're cooked, my friend. So don't try to eliminate self-doubt. Do what I've said during this video, and you'll see, and you'll experience by yourself the fucking changes that I want you to experience by yourself. Because most people are trying to have all the map appear first so that they can take action, but the map appears as you start taking action. So start taking action. Subscribe to this channel if you want to be all you can be and completely transform your identity, your mental game, and have the self-mastery of the true champions. Again, I've worked with hundreds of people from all walks of life, helping them increase their performance, helping them stop being trapped as their old self and develop the new identity of themselves that's capable of reaching those next levels of performance and results that they want for themselves. Stop being blocked in the same place. Subscribe to this channel to be all you can be. Like the video, let me know what you thought about the video, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care. See you in the next video.